So now it's time to finally push our application into the Android market. So to do that, we want to go to market.android.com/publish. Now, if you don't yet have a Market account or a Google account, it's going to prompt you to create those. But I'm logged into my Android Market account here. Now you can see it lists a whole bunch of applications that I've created. Now, some of these are published on the market and some of them are not. So we can see here this Latin Flash Tour 2010 application is published. This Joe Pesci Lines app is published. And again, there are some that are unpublished. And here we can get information like what are the comments on our application, the ratings, how many installs. This is essentially your dashboard for your applications. But to upload a new application, we just click this Upload Application button. And now it's going to bring us to this page where we fill in and upload all of the various files. So the first one is the actual APK for the application. So let's go ahead and choose that file. And mine is on the desktop. It's called bphoto.apk. And we'll click Upload. Now it's going to go ahead and actually upload that APK file. And it will actually parse through it to find out what permissions we're asking for in this application. And will show me the application icon here. And you can see here it's asking for one feature, which is a touch screen, which obviously devices are going to have. Here we can see the version name, version code, and our icon. The next step is to upload those screenshots that we created. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a file, and we called it device.png. So I'll select that. I'll upload it. We'll wait for that to upload. Here we can see it. Now I'm going to click Add Another, and let's go ahead and choose a different file. We called it device2.png. We'll upload that as well. And here it's telling you the acceptable sizes for those screenshots. But if you take just a shot out of the emulator, you should be good. Now we need to upload our high resolution application icon, which is our 512 by 512 icon. There it is. We'll upload that. That looks good. Now our promotional graphic, which is that smaller graphic that's going to be used in the mobile version of the Android market. I'll upload that. Now our feature graphic, and this is the large 1024 by 500 graphic that's used in the web version of the Android market. Let it upload here. Now this next section, this promotional video, is optional, and this allows you to actually provide a YouTube video of you demonstrating your application. So if you want to record yourself demonstrating your application, you can put in a YouTube URL here in order to do that. Now you can choose to opt out of any additional marketing that Google may do. So we can see here, if we check this off, do not promote my application except in the Android market. So we're going to leave that at the default, but again, you can check or uncheck that based on what you want to happen. Here we have language. Now we've only done this in English. Obviously there's not a lot of text in this, if any at all, so we're not going to worry about that. But if we wanted to add specific languages, we could do that here. But the default language is English, so we're just going to leave it at that. Now for title, this is the title that's going to be displayed in the Android market. So we'll say bphoto. Now we're going to give a description. So this is a simple application to show how to publish to the market. If we had a new version, if this was an update, we could put in the recent changes that we made to this application. But since this is the original version, we obviously don't have that. We can put in some promo text here, just a photo of B. What more could you ask for? And for application type, we're going to check between applications or games. This is obviously an application. For category, again, you want to choose the correct one for your app. We're just going to call it entertainment. And by default, obviously the price of this application is free. If you wanted to charge, you would then have to go and set up a merchant account with Google Checkout, which is very easy to do. But in our case, we're going to release this for free. Now, under publishing options, we have copy protection. This feature is going to be deprecated. There's a new licensing service that Google has for Android, so you're going to want it to select off for that. The next one, content rating, you can give it a rating. This one, I safely assume, is good for everybody. Locations, if we wanted to specifically say add more countries, basically you can add additional countries other than the standard list. We're just going to check off all locations here. Supported devices, if we wanted to say our application was only supported by certain devices, or we wanted to say certain devices shouldn't get this application, we can actually do that here, but we don't want this because it's a simple application. We want the largest amount of people to be able to view it. Contact information, I just have my website and I have my email address. Don't need to put my phone number in here. And I'm going to check this off, that this meets Android content guidelines. I'm going to check this off, that I acknowledge this. And last but not least, I just need to click publish. Now, one of the great things about Android Market is as soon as I publish this, it's going to be available on the market. There's no lengthy approval processes like you have on other mobile platforms. So again, it's very easy to get things out there really quickly. So I'm just going to click publish here, and it's going to go through and check my application and make sure it's actually created correctly. And now we can see we have bphoto 1.0, and it's actually published on the Android market. Now, one of the things is the web version of the Android market does not update as fast as the mobile version. And one of the things you can do to try to get a direct link to it is if we copy the package name here, and let's just go to market.android.com. And you can see what happens when we just click on any application here. We can see the details are based off of the package name. So what I can do is to come in here, paste in my application, and there you can see we have our application, which is now public on the Android market. So amazingly fast to actually see your application out there and to be able to allow people to download it. So now you can see what this looks like. We have our high-res icon. We have our featured graphic. We have our app screenshots here to give people a preview of the application. And you can see here's our promo text and then our more lengthy description here. So again, that's the process of going through and publishing your application to the Android market so that users can download and install it.